Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Bring It On. It's hard to do my introduction with all the people talking in the background. I'm getting drowned out by the city. So let's go ahead and put some in the foreground and talk to Gahid Slickjaw.
I'm not scared of the authorities, but it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fist, right?
He has a really cool design, plus his eyes were on fire.
I'm not scared of the authorities, but it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fist, right?
Yeah, he has like dancing flames in his eyes. That's really cool.
Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly dragonborn in the realms? I fell for the blockhead.
Blockhead? He is more of an axe head.
Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly dragonborn in the realms? I fell for the blockhead.
He fell for someone named Hunkers Boulin, so let's go check out the well.
We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right.
Great. So I wonder if this was Orin or those anti-refugee Baldurians that we spoke to earlier. We might be able to find out.
The corpse remains silent.
Have to keep going.
It's an odd place for a torch. Well, I'm also not a torch expert. A torchologist? For all we know, that torch is holding up the entire city. Last warning. You're sticking your immigrator nose in where it don't belong. You got a brain in your head. You'll stay in your filthy camp with the other absolute or vagrant scum. Your girl didn't get that memo. You really don't want to know what happened to her. Now scram. The Purge Palette Midwinter Edition. A series of recipes accompanied by anecdotes about the meals in question. This is a twist on the traditional Dwarven Eglac stew. Those non-Dwarven who can't translate that, don't bother. No point frightening yourselves. Just make sure that once you've burned the alcohol away, do not add the dried or venom. Substitute it with some other sour, whatever agrees with your milky constitution. As to how I discovered this one, back to my Watchman days, a drought thief I caught spiked my supper. The look on his face when I quaffed it down was near as good as the stew. And we've read that one before. But dwarves are known for their constitution. They often get bonuses to saving throws against poison or disease. Reduce damage against poison and maybe advantage on constitution saving throws, depending on the fantasy setting, of course.
Always nice to be wanted.
Someday I will sit down. I mean it.
Little misclick there.
That's curious.
Oh hey, a blood-filled bowl.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Must walked right past it. Oh, there's a barrel's back here too.
No one's stopped me yet.
It's not too far away from where we were. Guess we can just backtrack from here. Gemless ring. A ring that looks to have been deprived of its gem.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What happened to you?
Pushed. Felt bones break. Darkness.
Do you have any next of kin?
None.
Tell me about the gemless ring I found with you.
Brothers died on the road. Man tried to buy.
What's the last thing you remember?
Man buying heirlooms. Vulture challenged him.
Who are you?
Garrod.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
That might be worth a look.
Wonder what's going on over there. I don't think we can get over there because I can't pan the camera. Look in the camp. Oh, whoops! I wasn't wasn't trying to drink that. Disadvantage on dexterity and charisma checks. Have to be careful when you drink that.
That might be worth a look.
An empty boat. So did we circumvent Rivington? I'm not trying to. I figured while we're over here we just explore in this direction, but maybe we'll backtrack. Continue along the main path, because I'm not entirely sure where this will take us. But I'm guessing, I mean, Wyrm's Crossing is above us. It's gotta be this massive bridge. So we should be safe to continue along this path. And I'm guessing I'll loop back around to here. We'll find out. Alright, in we go. We saw bloody footprints coming out, and there was a silver tray and an apple. There was somebody feeding a prisoner behind the... Somebody was up here talking.
Sharper one than Doppelgangers. He spends too much time with his prey. He's going to get us caught.
Dolo is an artist. You do well to think on that.
Oh, immediately into combat. Great. What's going on, fellas? Alright, so we have Muzz, Zom, and Rudd. The names all match. Consonant, a vowel, and two more consonants. Two more of the same consonants, I should say.
Someone was arranging these corpses.
Seems like an odd choice. Yeah, two targets right beside him. He's gonna run down there where I have most of my party. I mean, 11 intelligence. I think you'd be a little smarter. Or maybe not.
That might be worth a look.
Guess they knew none of my companions were gonna... Oh, it's a doppelganger. Okay. Oh good, we're stopping this plot. Before they can reach Candlekeep. Okay, it was just the wood thing I pulling off the side. I was concerned. I thought it was Shadowheart at first. As soon as their turn came back up, I was afraid he's going to push Jaheir off the side, and then he blew all my summons back. So let's actually finagle on this way.
Shifter of shapes. Downright pain in the ass.
Light on my feet.
Flowery Key. This key spattered with blood is described with the address of Frago's Flophouse and Wyrm's Crossing. Solve the open hand temple murders. Okay. Didn't know we had that quest. So is the open hand temple the name of the temple we saw last time, where I thought it was the temple of Ilmater? Probably. I would need to shapeshift and then try to talk to this guy.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Yeah, we jumped ahead a bit, it looks like. Did you kill Father Lorgan?
No. Dolor did. Splendid. Kill.
So Dolor wasn't here. Hey, he's still on the loose somewhere. Who is Dolor?
A blood-red dwarf. Tricky. Hungry.
Where is Dolor now?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Is Dolor one of you?
Yes. But once more.
What does Dolor want?
Transcendence.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Well, that sucks. There's a lot of questions we could ask. A lot of good ones, too. Found Oathbreaker Knight boots. Athletics +1. Scratched in places, scorched in others, and worn thin at the heel. These boots bear the indelible marks of experience. They look like. They look pretty cool. Field report, Deathstalker Zum. Aspirant Delore is talented, if a touch careless. The dagger he discarded lurks within these caves somewhere, though I know not where. I can smell it. The fear musk from his kill stands in the air after the act, because he lets them marinate first. They stand, lie, sit, stock still, as the poison fills their limbs with lead, knowing only two perfect facts. They are going to die. There is nothing they can do about it. Clown severed torso. This chunk of corpse is still garbled in clown clothes. And Elisera the First. A note found on the corpse of a woman underneath the open hand temple. The effigy of Elisara, who watched and waited. What use her eyes? She thought herself a huntress, but couldn't fathom her wool. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood. Orin the Red.
Body parts. Is this some kind of display?
Okay, so we'll explore this cave, and then I think we'll head back towards Rivington. We'll go back through the cave, because I feel like we're progressing quests that we don't have yet.
What to do?
I'm not a big fan of that. I like to get the quests first, so I have context. And it also makes sense that way. And some of the questions I asked that guy, I shouldn't have been able to ask him because I had no idea.
Trap. Be cautious.
Play water, scroll of arcane lock, scroll of dominate person. The would-be saint. The book tells the story of a patriarch woman who gave up her fortune to become a cleric of Ilmater in service to the outer city and now seeks to be canonized after her death. Herein is the full of true account of my bid to be canonized after my death as Saint Bridget of Ilmater, the broken god, he of compassion and mercy, the one who endures. I lived a blessed life of every privilege of... I feel like the sentences make a lot of sense. Maybe I'm misreading it. I lived a blessed life of every privilege a patriarch woman can fathom. My parents were loving and generous, my community warm. Our larder was always full to bursting. But in the years after the death of Saravok, my eyes were opened to the world as it is. A world of pain and danger. A world where evil, if left unchecked, can thrive. I realized that my blessings had a cost. Why had I so much where others had so little? I could no longer remain in the gilded Elysium of the upper city, and sought to see the world as it truly was. Alright, Teachings of Ilmater. A series of behavioral lessons as derived from a devotee's interpretation of the ascendancy of the god of suffering, life, and endurance, Ilmater. Some of it is wholesome, with an emphasis on gentleness and the alleviation of hardship. Some of it is a bit more dubious, such as the veneration of martyrs above all living saints. Some of it is flatly weird, including some stuff about self-flagellation, which is not most people's idea of a good time. Miracles of the Outer City. A record of alleged miraculous phenomena in the outskirts of Baldur's Gate attributed to Ilmater. Customer of Gildro Angeliron reckons he healed up mighty quick from painful forge burn. Asked if Ilmater had something to do with the irksome talkative gen outside Carmen's, powerful agent of suffering. Soup still showing up at refugee camp even after temple closed kitchen. Curious. Man's hands tied together in horse reins. Claims he's a holy symbol. Man at Nestor reports feeling close to his duty since relocation to refugee camp.
At your command.
Ooh, that's the opposite of what we wanted. Now we'll try it again. Oh, that's really close. Might have to grab a Starian for this.
These boots have seen everything.
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve. Oakfather preserve you. Wherever you need me. I'll be right here in camp. Take care out there.
Honestly, as soon as I saw the DC 20 on the chest, I should have come grabbed a Starian first
Orin
thing.
toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
I'm guessing she wants to kill us.
How can I help?
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same.
I wanted to talk about our relationship.
Of course.
I have battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts. But Orin, she is beyond even Thorm. Her mind is twisted beyond recognition. What is she capable of? And where will she strike next?
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
His voice actor is excellent. Despite getting off on the wrong foot. I do really like his character.
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
I think it's best when he's exasperated.
Fucking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset, our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second best asset, me. So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good.
You seem to have experience with doppelgangers.
Ah. This all begins to ring a little too familiar for my liking. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. Well, are we ready for the road once more?
You do really have to be diligent in coming back to camp as often as possible. For like, any little event, like Orin showing up at the blacksmith shop. A lot of easily missed dialogue. Though sometimes you can save it up and talk to him multiple times.
Burn away the shadows she hides in. Tear off her mask. And you'd reveal her for what she is. A shivering child.
Okay, that was everybody, right? Let's go open up this chest. Yeah, walk in the park for our favorite thief. Okay. All that trouble for that.
Best be on my way.
Need something? Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special. I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
What might it be if Orin sneaks into our camp? But you have some backup. You've got Gale and Will.
Oakfather preserve you.
Harlech.
Then you'll have me. Lead on.
These things have stayed interesting.
Okay, so this probably leads to the temple itself, right? So maybe this will come back out next to where we left off, next to the well. This is what I'm hoping.
Should mind my step.
Alright, so I'm going to call it here. Next time, we'll finish exploring this cave system. This little dungeon. See if we can't find that knife that they're talking about Dolor using. And then, I guess, see if this takes us back up. Oh, let me turn that on. Oh, no, that's the wrong door. and then see if this takes us up to the temple that we were outside of at the end of last episode, and continue exploring Rivington. I'll put a marker on the map to make sure I don't forget to explore underneath the bridge.
Still breathing.
And just, yeah, keep on exploring. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.